welcome back to the second quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show. And of course, we do the show in 4 quarters, and my sidekick Andrew here.
Good morning.
What are you doing?
I was waving. I mean, I don't want to do it too fast.
Right.
Hopefully, I attract your attention and I get introduced.
Okay, now you're going. That's about right. But I want to pay you for this quarter.
If I don't promote myself, who's going to do it?
That's my saying. That's why when I give out cards and all that, people say, you never stop, do you? I said, well, the day I stop is probably when they're going to come for the funeral.
As you and I have gotten older, you've learned how much I listened. I have listened to all your lessons.
I definitely
picked it up.
Yep. A couple of sponsors, please.
Oh, I can handle that. How about Dixie Storage? All your storage needs, personal, commercial, refrigerated, air-conditioned. You can handle all that as well. If you got to bring in your RV, plug it in so the refrigerator keeps running. If you want to just put a little handful of parts or maybe a computer testing equipment, whatever your little business might be, maybe you want to leave some of your stuff there so your different technicians or salesmen can get product, they can go do it. Maybe your product is you got a daughter about to graduate high school and you want to put some of mama's sofa and bedroom set stuff in storage while you bring in the new stuff for the house and send the old stuff off to college so the kids have it to use at college. You can do that at Dixie Storage as well. They've got A+ Glass, their sister company, with locations in Lafayette and Annapolis that do personal and commercial glass from your cars to your house to your business. They do inspections for Liberty cars and big 18-wheelers. They also do even make signs. You know, recently at 3 Mile Lake, and we're still getting some last-minute stragglers sending in their money because we changed the key at the public boat launch at 3 Mile Lake. I say public, the members boat launch at 3 Mile Lake. We had some signs recently made to remind people, watch yourself. If you need information, call these numbers. We had those made at Dixie Storage. So they do that type of thing as well. Don't forget about them. Go see Joey Doucette.
That's correct.
The man.
He can help you.
And one more sponsor. How about Carl's Thrifty Way? Go by Carl's. You can get your medicine prescription refilled. You can also get over-the-counter medications. They do compounding of multiple medicines, make it easier for you. We always talk about it, you and I, that in Louisiana, by law, your prescription has to be in your prescription bottle. Don't put it in those little extra containers and all that, because if you get stopped on the road, they're going to want to know what you're doing with those pills that's loose. They want to keep everybody clean and legal. So get multiple prescriptions compounded, make it easier to carry, one nice neat container with your prescription information on it so you're legitimate and legal. Cross Thrifty Way can do that, and home decorating ideas there. Gifts, graduation is happening right now. If you need graduation gifts, go by there. Confirmation gifts, perhaps you have a junior in high school who is confirming in a couple of weeks at St. Larry Church like I do. Cross Thrifty Way has great gifts for that as well.
Mentioning something that we've talked about, and I think I'm going to make it a part of, hopefully, every program, and that's wearing of the seat belts. It's becoming more evident, I guess, as I get older and as I read of accidents that occur and deaths that occur in the accidents. Most of the time, person is not wearing a seat belt. Now, in Jerry Moe's case, he was hit pretty much head on. He didn't have seat belt on, but I don't think that would have saved him. But the little girl that was driving the other vehicle, who was charged with negligent homicide, if I read the article correctly.
It saved her life.
It saved her life. So I noticed right here, one car crash claims Melville driver's life. This particular driver didn't have his seatbelt on. I think the passengers had their seatbelt on.
And they came out fine.
And they came out okay. So what I'm trying to say is, it's making me, it's doing good for me too, believe me. I'm making sure that I have my seat belts on. I was kind of flagrant when it came to that. Didn't think about it like I should, but today when I see all the things that happen to friends and people in our community, we're not talking about accidents happening in Georgia or some other state.
It's people you know.
People we know, people that we know the families and everything. So put those seat belts on as soon as you get in that vehicle, please.
Absolutely.
And another death that I was called on just prior to taping the program. We taping on Tuesday today. Very unusual, but once or twice a year we have to move it up to Tuesday because I'm having to do something or you having to do something on the Wednesday when we normally tape for the Thursday morning program. Lionel Melanson called me and said that on the way home he noticed an activity going on, found out that it was the death of Mr. Frank Briscoe Sr., age 89 years. He had, of course, worked in the dirt service business alongside of his son, Frank Briscoe Jr., who I knew real well. And he also retired from the St. Landry Parish Solid Waste Commission out at the Begg site. And he lived off the Opelousas Sunset Highway, the old Opelousas Sunset Highway, 182 as we referred to it. I don't know the funeral arrangement yet, but I wanted to pass this on so you can be looking to it. A real nice, well-known man, and was one of the very first lottery winners when the lottery became lawful in Louisiana. He won a little small lottery, not sure what it was, but it was, you know, $1 million or more if my memory serves me correctly.
There you go. How about this? Mother's Day time, we're going to have a Mary of Nazareth portrayal. The movie Mary of Nazareth will be at the Celebrity Theater in Broussard, Thursday, May 8th. That's just before Mother's Day. Only 2 showings will be on the Thursday, May 8th at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. They're asking $20 a piece to go see the movie, which is higher than normal, but the idea is this. The additional money will be used to help fund KLFT Radio, which is, I guess, one of the projects that the media company here helps to subsidize. KLFT is 90.5 FM Catholic radio here. So if you want to find out more information about it, you can get tickets over at Acadian Religious and Gifts in Lafayette, here at Delta Media in Karen Crow. Seating is limited, so you want to call ahead to get your tickets, 896-2605. Good calls.
Okay, let's see a couple of pictures here. We have a lot of photos for today.
How about this one? We're at Back in Time.
Back in Time, and this couple here, the gentleman is out of New York, lives in Lawtell now. I've got his name and everything, but
in Opelousas, there on Courthouse Square, right? Back in Time.
We're back in time. Miss Wanda Juneau. There should be another picture there.
I can show her right here.
That is Miss Wanda, the proprietor, the owner, has been there since it's opened, and she has some unique sandwiches and unique salads, and the best dessert that a person can make.
She's won quite a few prizes at different cooking events.
And she gets to serve her desserts at large catered events. The person will say, well, we want so-and-so to do the catering, but if you don't mind, let us buy and get the catering done by Wanda's Back in Time, downtown, Opelousas, across from the Courthouse Square. And this was the project we talked about last week. My vehicle was there. Lionel Leger, better known as Dago in the community, was with me and did the job, and look how beautiful it turned out.
Oh, nice.
Father Jared was very, very happy. This is a group of us having dinner now over at Préjean's. And that's Kenny and Laura on the left. They're insurance agents. Laura is a State Farm agent. Kenny, her husband, is an independent agent and does a lot of flood insurance business with Noel.
And the 2 Noels on the right.
That's right. The girl right in the back of him is Noel, and her family name is Janson. And we're going to show you her mom and daddy. Her daddy's got roots from Alexandria and Avoyelles Parish. And this is the band entertaining us over at Préjean's, basically every night during the week, I think every night. And
the fiddle player's not there, James Perry, my good friend who you showed some pictures I went to high school with, and I saw James playing for the Cycle Zydeco bike ride in Sunset last Friday. Good afternoon, or good morning, James.
Remember he had told me to be sure to tell you hello.
I hadn't seen him in years, but I pulled his chain.
And if you talk to Jean, he said to be sure to let Jean know hello too.
There you go. So
my niece, Jean Dupre.
But I teased him. I said, you know, it's a long ways. I have to come all the way to Sunset to play the fiddle. I said, there's no fiddle work in Port Barry. You know, boy, I had to tease him, pull his chain. Good morning, James. And
this is a couple from Church Point, and if I took the name, I misplaced it. But good morning, or I mean good afternoon. Well, it could be morning or afternoon.
Another shot of the band.
They watch the program, another shot of the band, and the band changes nearly every night. And these folks here, I could tell from the windburn on their face and arms that they had been riding motorcycles, and they were from Kansas City area, and had ridden about 500 miles that day, and they were enjoying the Cajun food. And of course, they enjoyed the fiddling and the accordion music, and just a real nice group of people. And I do have an email where we're going to have to email her a copy of that picture.
Now, what y'all doing? Y'all loading a golf cart at
golf
Point?
We're going to New Iberia and get some new batteries installed in it.
The batteries are worn out?
Yeah, you have to turn the batteries in, so we decided to just bring the whole thing over there and let them install them, and new cables are necessary or anything.
This is at the Trappe restaurant?
Trappe restaurant. I thought when I saw him from the side, he looked like my cousin Buren Dupre from Prairie Rome. And when he stopped by, I stopped him when he was going to pay his bill, and I said, can I have a word with you? I said, you sure look like my cousin, how he looked. And she looked at her husband. She says, I just said that you looked, talking to me, that you looked like his cousin. So there you go. We had a good conversation. You bet. Nice. And that's the big oak tree, the Bernard Trappe live oak. Beautiful backyard there.
Tree would have been planted in 1630.
Over 350 years. And this is the maitre d' and the cashier here. And the girl on the left also is the bartender from about, I think she said 4 to 10 at night.
And Blue Dog.
I think this is an original.
And we've got...
we're at the Little River Inn, which is the Hearst family location in New Iberia on Main Street. And of course, they have the well-known, well-established
Poor Boys
Riverside Inn, right outside of Lafayette, between Lafayette and Broussard.
Dr. Jimmy Gotcha, I believe, probably owns almost the entire building, because every time I've gone, he has been there. We tease each other which one of us owns the place, because we're always there. But there's Miss Vicky sitting outside.
Yeah, starting to move around a little bit.
Getting that foot better?
Yeah,
after surgery.
She's encouraged not to walk, and right now she's at the doctor's office, Dr. Angela's office, over in Lafayette, to see if maybe she can relieve herself of that big heavy boot.
Yeah.
And this young lady here was with a group of travelers, tourists, and I understood French, got to talking to her, and found out that she was a university graduate. And good morning to you all. I realized that I can't speak as well as her, but we communicated pretty well. And that's the beautiful bus that they're riding on out of Marrero, Louisiana.
Coach.
Yep, this company is out of Marrero, across the river from New Orleans.
And you're back at the point. That's
back at the point. Now we're almost over with 35 seconds, but go ahead. This is lots of fishing going on. That's we have a dockside right next to the boat launch.
Ice and bait and tackles and beer.
We had no convenience store, and so we have one, and I hope that they do well.
In St. Francis Chapel.
This is the chapel that I attend Mass when I'm there on Sundays.
They've really redone it, real nice.
That statue is in honor.
And Gary Begnow's the guy that did a lot of the work around the church to help maintain it and bring it back from the hurricanes.
I'm just wondering if Nicky, his son, and daughter-in-law and wife, Miss Barbara, have anything to do with the kind of landscaping has improved.
We're going to have to take a break. We'll see you folks on the other side of 1 minute for the second half.